Thinking about moving over to Spokane, Washington? Well, you're not alone. Spokane is a beautiful region chock full of amenities. So today I want to cover all the pros and cons and everything that you need to consider in order to make a well-informed decision for your family. So let's dive in. Hey everyone, I'm Adam Clark with PNW Dream Homes, your go-to expert for everything that you need to know about the greater Spokane region. If you're new to the channel, I share everything that you need to know about Spokane. Whether you're relocating and buying a home, or just exploring the area, make sure to hit that subscribe button below so that you never miss a video. Today we're breaking down all the pros and cons of the greater Spokane region, and trust me, there's a lot to love, but also a few challenges you need to be made aware of. Alright, enough of all that, let's get started with the good stuff. One of the biggest things that surprises people about Spokane is how close-knit our community is. Spokane is this incredible place that has a small town feel, yet being the second largest city in the state of Washington. It's one of those places where neighbors genuinely care about one another, and it shows in how welcoming our community can be. Don't be surprised that when you get here and you're standing in the grocery store line, if someone right next to you strikes up a conversation for no reason at all, it's just someone wanting to get to know you, and it's one of those things that I get feedback on from my clients all the time that they absolutely love, but it does throw them off at first. We have events like Hoopfest, the world's largest 3-on-3 basketball tournament. The scope and size of this tournament is hard to convey in words. The entire city literally shuts down all weekend long so that we can come together and find out who is the best three-man team in the entire city. We also have Bloomsday, a massive annual race that brings the entire city together. Every single year, locals wait in anticipation for what the next t-shirt design is going to be. I have friends that have literally participated in Bloomsday since the very beginning, owning the entire collection that they proudly display. We also have locals' farmers markets, holiday parades, and year-round community events that make Spokane a place where you can truly feel at home. I recently worked with a client who relocated here. They told me that they were shocked at how quickly they felt like they became a part of the community. Whether it's meeting people at a local coffee shop, joining one of Facebook's many local groups, or just friendly chatting with your neighbors, Spokane is one of those places where it's really easy to make connections. And speaking of sister cities, Spokane is more affordable than other cities in the PNW, and I mean it. One of the huge pieces of feedback that I get all the time is the affordability. It's a huge win for Spokane, and compared to cities like Seattle, Portland, or even Boise, the cost of living is significantly lower, oftentimes by 30% or more. When you factor in home prices, rent, and especially daily expenses like groceries, gas, it all contributes to making this place more budget friendly. It comes at the cost of only a 10% decrease in pay for similar work. And the savings can be even greater depending on what we're talking about. Take homes, for example. The average home price here in Spokane is oftentimes half that of our Seattle counterpart. It's no wonder they're our #1 relocation city. When you get more space for your money, a better work-life balance, and don't forget to add in that Spokane's close-knit community feel, you quickly begin to realize why Spokane jumps to the top of cities to consider relocating to. Now, I understand all that paints a pretty picture of this place, but there are some things to consider that may deter some potential relocation clients, and I'm here to give it to you straight. By far and away, the #1 piece of feedback that I get is our seasonal weather patterns. It's no secret. The winters here, they can be challenging for anyone, especially if you come from a place where it doesn't snow. I mean, Spokane is absolutely gorgeous all 4 seasons, but unless you are an avid winter hobbyist, I'm talking a snowmobiler, a snow skier, or just someone who loves the outdoor winter Christmas aesthetic, winters here can feel long, dark, cold, and challenging. But the flip side of that is, after we come out of our long winters, we get this beautiful, avid, hyper-gross spring season. And the summers here, they're incredibly warm and incredibly sunny. But them winters though, they can be rough. Oftentimes, December through February, you'll see continuous freezing temperatures. And if you're not used to driving in the snow, it's a skill in of itself. It will take some time to adjust. But on the flip side, if you are a winter hobbyist and you enjoy skiing, cozying up in a warm coffee shop, or the beautiful snowy landscapes, the rough winters here can really be a matter of perspective. And for some of my friends, it's their absolute favorite time of year. I mean, I'm more of a summer guy, but to each their own. But that's not the only thing that may deter some of you. Spokane's job market can be competitive. Now, to be fair, Spokane's economy is growing and rapidly, especially if you're in one of those fields that requires specialized training or education. By far and away, the biggest industries here are healthcare, education, and tech. So if you're in one of those fields, you're going to probably be okay. But if you're looking for a high-paying corporate type job, you may need to look at remote work options. Most people find that they can make a little bit less than their big city counterparts and still have a great quality of life. With that being said, Spokane is becoming a major hub for remote work workers, as it is an attractive place for people to live. What we saw during the pandemic is people from those high cost of living urban metro areas sell their expensive homes, take that equity and buy homes out in our country so that they have that more relaxed feel while still being able to do their work as long as they have an internet connection. Also, I have to be fair here. I get this feedback a lot as well. Our public transportation leaves something to be desired. It's not that it's bad, it's just you have limited options. Especially if you're coming from one of those big cities with a robust public transportation system. Spokane's options will probably feel limited. While the Spokane Transit Authority, the STA, does a decent job with our bus routes covering most of the city, we don't have a light rail system like Seattle or any sort of major commuter trains or anything like that. Some of my friends that live downtown get around fine without a car, but where most people live is in the surrounding suburban type neighborhoods. It can feel a little bit more limiting out there. In fact, in most cases, getting around Spokane, having a car is a requirement, especially in the winter time where biking could definitely be very challenging. But let's not forget, comparatively, traffic here is pretty light. Outside of the busiest rush hour times, parking is fairly easy to find, and the commutes are often 20 minutes or less. So while the public transportation might not be robust, getting around Spokane overall, to me, feels hassle-free. So there you have it, the real pros and cons of living in Spokane in 2025. Tell me what you think. Could Spokane be your next home? If so, drop a comment below. I'd love to hear from you. And by the way, if you're thinking about moving to Spokane, I'd love to help. My name's Adam Clark. Feel free to schedule a one-on-one Zoom appointment with me. It's absolutely free, and I want to get to know more about your situation. Link in the description below. Don't forget to hit that like button. Also, feel free to subscribe. My name is Adam Clark with the PNW Dream Homes team. We are living in Spokane. Until next time, guys, see ya later.